Hello and welcome to the garage this lovely Thanksgiving weekend. So, do you know what people are liking at night, Newton Crosby? Lights. Okay, that's an 80s reference that most of you probably won't get. How about a later 90s reference? Aziz, light. Well, okay, if you don't get either of those, then you're way too young. Anyway, I have in my hand here some LED. Let me see if I get this right. These are the reverse lights, the backup lights. The next box, these are turn signals. The rear turn signal LEDs, because they're not LEDs now. The brake lights are LEDs, but the turn signals and backup lights are not. Also, the trunk light inside the trunk. And finally, the license plate light. Yes, I know there are 10 of these, but they're sold in groups of 10, and it was like dirt cheap. Check down below for the product names and numbers and Amazon links for all these. But anyway, I need 2, but I got 10. So, you got a K5, come on by. I got free lights. Okay, so what we're going to do is, well, I'm going to do them in the order I showed them to you. So I'm going to put in the reverse lights, the turn signals, and by the way, this is kind of an order of hardest to easiest. Okay, let me go set up a bunch of cameras because these are like weird thing. I want to get a bunch of angles so you can see what I'm doing. So I'll be back. So you may have said to yourself, hardest to easiest, why would the backup lights be the hardest? Well, A, they're up here, which B means they're behind this thing here. So I have to take out these little, because see, I have to get to here, and they look like they would just pop right out, but yet they don't. There they go. Yeah, okay. They do just pop right out. By the way, I don't know if you, well, hopefully one of the cameras catching it, that when you use this tool, see, you go in between the two, and as you pull it out, it closes the bottom out a bit. And the reason I had to go get another tool was that I was going in under both. They're bad, in between good. There we go. And now, this just comes right off. We'll set it down here on the ground for now. Now, here's what I need to get to. This here is the backup light. So if you've ever seen a professional workman's, craftsman's tools, they're always right where he wants them to be. Well, mine are never where I want them to be. There we go. You have to twist it. There we go, and it pops out. And there we have it. See that little bulb there? That's the backup light. Now, I open up my little bag of tricks. For example, I could never find my cutters, so I went out and bought a whole bunch of them and put them everywhere. And just now I had to go hunt for cutters because I couldn't find them anywhere. Okay, this is what these look like. See, they have LEDs on the end and all the way around, which should make them pretty decent backup lights. Yeah, it just pops right out, see? And then this pops right in. Now you say, well, why aren't you sticking it back up there? Because I'm going to do them both and make sure they both come on before I put all this back together again. Okay, I finally rectified the issue because they were casting enough light that I could see that they came on. So I know they're on, so now I can put them back, and it's just a matter of reversing what I did before. So once again, I'm demonstrating why people who don't know what they're doing shouldn't be doing this. This is loose, which means it's going to shake loose, which means my backup lights are going to cease to function at some point. Well, let's see if we can get the other one back up in there, and if we can maybe figure out what's going on over here. So now you see you have them in there, and now you stick it Okay, that one just locked right in. See this? This one, not so much. Well, I'm not sure it's locked. That one, I felt it locked. This one, it's not moving anymore. Oh well. Let's just pray for the best. Okay. So you have to put these guys over the little arms. All right. This side being harder. It has these lovely little things up here to catch it. You gotta get these little guys to straighten up so that they'll go back in these little holes they came out of. You may have to squeeze them a little. Okay. And then you'll be very thankful, like I am, for the ones that came out pretty much undone. There, that's snapped back in. For those of you scoring at home, as far as I can tell, I have one spot left to put these into, but I have 3 of them left. That's crazy. This may be one of the first times I have to go back and watch the video to see where these guys came from. Next are turn signals. Down here, which to get to them, I'm going to show you doing that side because that's where that thing is. See, you pull this. There you go. Now, unfortunately, again, I'm going to have to get in here. So I'm going to have to interpose myself between the cameras. See, the bulb is right here. And just like that other one, I don't know if you can see, I'm trying to, so see, I have to kind of have my head in here so I can see what I'm grabbing. Okay, so what I have done is figured out a way. Now the camera really doesn't see up in there. It's this housing right here. There we go. Again, once you grab it right, there. Once you grab it right and twist it, it comes right out. Now I'll probably have the same problem I had on the backup lights. Aren't these cool looking? And then with a simple twist, pops right out. And then we put this guy in. And with a simple twist, he's good to go. Once again, you're trying to twist it into a thing where you can't really see what you're trying to twist it into. Whoa. Whoa, but you can sure feel it when it goes. Yeah, that was it. So just a little twist, and it's back in. In fact, I don't even need to turn the car on. I can just hit the flashers. Right? Okay, now so you put this back. The longest piece is this side, back here. So you put that in first, and then you can get one of the others in. There. Boom, boom, boom. It's back. There, I never did get it unhooked, but I got it. Oh, that is so hot. How hot is it, you might add? Well, this trunk's been open a long time. There we go. Now, we get that hot little thing over here, hopefully where it doesn't catch anything on fire. Okay, now this LED only shines down. So that means we know it needs to go facing this away, there. There. Now this cover is not as important as it was because we're not going to have the heat problem that the other one had. Oh, and for those of you who were maybe going to do this on your own K5s, be aware that they don't put this in the same way. Because I watched a video where another guy did this and his cord went that way. My cord came from that way. So I was trying to open, well, it turned out the right end, but it was actually the wrong, well, you gotta get this to catch first. And then snap this side in. No. Okay. Now, and again, if you're a regular viewer, you know how much I hate getting down on the ground. Well, guess what? Guess where the license plate lights are? They're up under here. So that means it's down on the ground with me. Yeah. Okay. Oh. The license plate is in the way. Well, technically the license plate holder. Hey, isn't this cool? The license plate screws, while they are Phillips head, they also a small flat head. There we go. So there's one. And now they know how to do it. Oh, it was hiding. It was hiding up under. Okay. Now, you saw that, right? You just unscrew. Where they're behind my head. So see, this has LEDs all the way around. And it just pops out. And so you look in here, you can see where this goes. It pops in. And then you twist it back. And same thing on this side. Little twist. Not even a quarter twist. So the camera with the microphone died momentarily here, so I will do a little voiceover. By the way, stay tuned. There's more stuff coming later in the video that wasn't going to be in the video. You'll see. Got that up in there. There we go. Twist. Well, here's an idea. Did I turn these guys on? Yes, and yes. Okay. Now you hook them on that side. And then that side has the clamp. And you hook it on that side. That side snaps in. They're even at a slight angle. It's very well designed. You know, it's funny because Kia, for many years in the automobile industry, you know, 20, 30 years ago, when they started bringing these cars over here, they were a joke. They were junk. And they have just slowly gotten better and better and better and better and better. Well, I own one. And I think y'all have figured out by now, by looking at the things I buy, that I'm kind of a persnickety. Okay. We have now LED-ified the turn signals, the backup lights, the trunk light, and I have 8 more if I want to go put LEDs on more Kias. I don't think it shows on camera, but this is before when it's daylight like this. When I had the trunk open, I did not know if that light was on. I can now clearly tell that that light is on because the LED is that much brighter. Was it worth it? Well, you be the judge. You saw how long it took. The hardest thing is figuring out what to do. So just watch the video closely and do what I did, except do what I did on the second one, not the first one each time, because I kind of screwed up the first one each time. Oh, I got lights down there. I better move before I back over them. Okay. So that was the LED project that I've been promising forever, and now you're saying, well, that was a letdown. Yeah, well, it's not sexy, but it's nice. And by the way, you know, in Stormtrooper, I had to put LEDs on the inside of the car. This one came with LEDs on the inside of the car. It just didn't. And it came with LED tail lights and across the back, and LEDs around the front and everything. It just didn't have them in the trunkle area, which I have now taken care of. Oh, hello. I should leave that in. Hello, and welcome to the garage. So today I am going to install brake pedals. I got a metal brake pedal and a metal accelerator, what they call brake pedals in most of the car things. And because that's nearly not going to be that much, I will also I got a tray for in the center console, which you will see shortly. So I'm going to start with the accelerator this time because it's the easiest. Well, technically putting the little tray in the center console is the easiest, but it's the easiest thing I'm going to do down here. And I want to get this out of the way while we still have some light. And as you can see, again, this will all be linked down below. This is just a cover for that accelerator pedal. And see, it's got a wraparound thing that's going to hold on. So the installation, watch this. And if you know me, watch me screw this up. But now this was the brake pedal. This is harder. Because what you're supposed to do is you have to take the rubber off. Oh, I'll be damned. Okay, this was not screwed on. It was just pulled on, just like this one's going to be. Only this one's going to be a little harder because it's a lot smaller. Much prettier. Okay, and finally, if any cameras are left recording. So here's before. You didn't get to see the install because these cameras were all dying because their batteries were dead. And here's the after. So I think it was a pretty successful install, even though y'all didn't get to see it because, again, the camera batteries died. But back to me in the past. We have this lovely tray with a rubber mat, which is removable. It has a little thing you can grab it by. So for cleaning and etc. And you can notice it has a hole so that you can put your, you can run a cable through, charge a phone up here and have the cable run through on down into the thing below. Now, for example, I have my parking permit, which I want access to. Now, I have a glass cleaning kit in here that I do not need access to, but I would like to be able to get to reading glasses. Oh, and maybe a mask. I don't know if they're still doing that. Then the rest is like here, and then I just drop this. See? So, hope you had a good time. If not, hit thumbs down, and apparently no one will ever know because they don't tell anybody that anymore. Oh, I'll know. And I'll see you next time.